Today's Saturday, June 4th. As of today, counting from the first day of year 2022, I've lost a substantial amount of money. An amount of money that is beyond imagination. The path that I've chosen is to become a day trader, a successful day trader. I am a day trader, but every transaction that I made, I seem to lose out on every trade that I make. And when I made that statement, something in me just snickered, like it's funny. So there is a subconscious part of me that is that enjoys the fact that I'm down this year. There's a moment if I were to describe it, like someone else has fallen down because of their stupidity, and I'm laughing at that person. Just a brief moment that tells me that there's some other part of me that is not with the game at all, not with the party. So I'm wondering. So I'm recording this 6 months into this journey, just this year alone, and a year prior to intensively, I thought, and then just mindlessly for about 20 years in the past. So if I were to make an imagery of that, it's like going to Las Vegas and plunking money in, just randomly, just pulling on the handle. So I need to make a change. I don't know what to change. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do to make this change. I've heard from professionals that they have taken courses, and the only way that some of these people made changes were through having a mentor. And having a mentor, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Working alone as a day trader, there's it's almost an impossibility. So I made this recording knowing that if I keep going this path, I'm just gonna double my losses, and I'm going to keep losing and losing and losing. And after I make this video, I'm going to post it on YouTube, and I'm going to see myself saying these words to me, and I'm going to have a vacant look, non-emotional look, bewildered look when I look at myself on this YouTube. And I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to look at myself, and I'm going to look to see what is wrong. What is wrong with you that is causing you to lose money? And I will not have answers, because the answer is not in the person that I'm recording right now. So what I need to do is really look at the data. So how am I going to change? So how am I going to change? So yesterday, I traded Apple, and I saw I saw two peaks And I've noticed that it has a particular behavior. And what I want to do is I want to figure that out. So that gives me an idea of a pattern that I recognize. So that pattern I can use later on down the road by being patient. So my analysis at this point is that I enter mindlessly, wanting to see what is not there, instead of paying attention to the technical chart formation. Okay? And then I don't know how to trade, and therefore I allow my emotions to take over and cause me to add to a loser or hold on to a loser. And the chaining effect, the corralling effect, the cementing effect that holds me to that behavior is the fear that right after I sell, it's going to keep going up. It's going to reverse. So that would be like a chain and lock. It's a lock. It's a lock that says you're not getting out of this situation. You're going to stay in this situation. You're going to keep holding on to this situation until you feel the maximum pain. And then after I feel the maximum pain, then, only then, do I change my mind and close out the trade. And at that point, that is most likely the lowest point of the trade that I made, and it starts recovering. That is the the biggest trading mistakes that I'm making right now. That is the number one mistake that I'm making right now. And even though I know it, and I'm looking at this guy right there, I'm looking at this guy, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at him, and I'm saying to myself, that is the number one mistake you're making. And I cannot make any changes at all. I've said this to myself many times, but I just cannot change. So this morning, I thought, okay, so how do I change a behavior? And this is stressed in SMB Capital, and I've seen their videos numerous times. Their trading scheme, the ones that they present, are complex, and it's beyond my understanding at this point. It's proven, it's working, they know what they're doing. I know, I can see that. But for now, I'm not capable of understanding them. And I've been watching them for about a year and a half. And what I've known about, one of the things that they said is this: to change a habit, there's a book called Atomic Habits. And the central theme of that book is this: make small changes. So what I'm attempting to do, when I say to myself, I need to stop the number one loss that I have, and by just running away and closing the trade at the maximum point, that is not the way to do it. So I need to figure out a small change that makes it most convenient for me to exit. Something that helps me to click and I'm out. Instead of having to figure out, okay, I need to do this. In order for me to exit that trade, I have to take multiple steps to exit the trade. So therefore, I need to make it as convenient as possible so that I'm out of the trade instantly. Now, how do I do that? I used to be an engineer. I used to be a dang good engineer. God knows. So what I need to do is this. I know that the trades that I make would take between, it'll work out between 10 to maybe 1 hour, 10 minutes to 1 hour. I know that. Which means I have to have my finger on the sell button at all times within that time. And so when my finger gets tired, then I need to click out. When I do that, then I am certain it'll happen. It'll either I will sell short, or I will sell short, or it'll go sideways and I'll just exit. That is the game plan. That will stop my number one loss. Let's start from there. Okay? Let's start from there. Let's stop losing to the biggest loss that I have, which is watching my losers keep running and conveniently adding to a loser. Let's stop that. Let's stop that, okay? God has given you time to figure this out. You have a very physically demanding work. Okay, I know that. But it's a secure job given by the owner. You have that. You have shelter. The people who administer the shelter are Christians. You are a Christian. They want to help you succeed. So you have those two things. Plus, you have a vehicle that is running well. And there's no problem at this point. And it should endure for a few more years. So you have every resources to comfortably spend the time you need to get this number one thing taken care of. If you can only take care of this one more thing, just one thing, your trading will completely transform. When you make money immediately. When you lose money at the end of the day. So you know this. You know this. I'm looking at you, but I know that you don't understand. The only way you're going to understand is a little bit later. Few years, 10 years, 20 years, somewhere down the road, you'll understand it, but I know you don't understand it. You're just talking to yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm telling you, okay? I'm not sure who you are, but I'm telling you this. That is the number one problem you have right now. In day trading, that is the number one problem you have. That is the number one problem. You're not conscious of that number one problem. I don't know what it is. You have to be aware of that number one problem. I'm telling you, I'm not sure who's talking, but I'm telling you, I seem to be talking, but whether I'm conscious of that or not is based on your behavior. If you truly understand, you'll initially mimic, and then later on you'll go, that's it. You require proof. And so even though I keep telling you, you will not believe me until you see it for yourself. Whoever you are, the subconscious side of you, whoever you are, I don't know who it is. It may be that the person that I'm talking, the logical side, may be 0.001% of your makeup. And there's that 99.99% of you who is just, I'm not sure where you are, who you are, what you're doing, where your mind is, how you're thinking, I don't know. because it's all subconscious side that is hidden beyond this envelope. So I'm telling you this. There is a side of you that wants to work on this. There's a side of you who wants to better yourself. Then there's a side of you that wants to be subconscious and just repeat the same thing over and over, and you just refuse to take in the data from the outside world. I know this because I've said this to myself a long time ago, but I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, your number one loss. You are the authority of this. You are the authority right now of your own trades. Nobody else is the authority of you. They may have a general opinion about statistics of who does what, but within 100% of the people, they don't have the data to tell you who you are within that spectrum of day traders. You are your own expert. Unfortunately, you don't know how to figure out and see the pattern in you. That is why you keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I'm making this statement to you, and I hope you listen to this. I know that it's a very, very long YouTube video. I know it, but you have to see this. You have to sit there and you have to painfully sit through this YouTube video to tell yourself to absorb what I'm telling you. I truly don't know who's talking at this point, but I believe it's somebody who's been logically thinking about the things that I've done so far. I'm telling you this again and again and again and again. The number one problem you have right now is massive loss by adding and holding on to a loser. That is it. There are other things that you need to learn after this. Okay? Like selecting the right stock to increase the probability of making better trades. If you don't do this, you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. There is that side of me still lingering that is like laughing at myself. There's something in me. There's something in me that is just smirks. It smirks. Something just smirks at me. Myself. I'm hearing this. I'm saying it. So there's a part of me that just smirks. Thinks it's funny. Remember, from now on, you're going to make one trade at a time. Whether it's one contract or two contracts or three contracts, but all those contracts will be a single stock. And it will be a single stock. And after I make that trade, I'm going to have this mouse pointed to the trade that I'm going to close out immediately. Okay? Within a certain period of time, I'm going to close it out. And I will, when I'm trading, I will not listen to anything else. I will not view anything else. I will not be searching through the news. I will not allow anything to interfere with the trade that I'm making. This is a formula that I will use. And if I fail to do this, I'm not sure how to change this. If I fail to do what I'm asking you to do, and I'm going to write in detail what I'm going to do on the YouTube channel. I'm going in the description. I'm going to do that. If I fail to do what I'm telling you right now, knowing that this is the number one problem you have, unless you fix it, it's going to be a domino effect. You have to make this change. Your car is going to wear out. Your body is going to wear out. You cannot endure working this hard in a physically demanding job without enduring physical suffering. Okay, look at you. You lost one eye already. You fell down at work because it was slippery, and you landed on your elbow, and it dislocated your shoulder. Your legs hurt when you come back from work. You walk around, you run around, you do this and you do that, and it is incredibly painful to do at your age, and it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. There are so many people out there who would love to be in your position, living in the shelter, being fed, and carrying a staff members who wants you to succeed, and they're bending backwards to help you, to tolerate you, and help you in any way possible. Those are the things that are helping you to get to where you need to be. If you do not listen to this is like the sky is filled with dark clouds. Okay? And then there is a hole from the sky where the sun shines. And that sun shines upon you on a momentary basis. Your mind will deteriorate, you will forget, and you will repeat. But this is a pinnacle of reaching Mount Everest and reaching out to the sky. And the sky is opening your mouth and verbally recording this for you, only you. And I'm saying this, I'm moving my mouth, and this logical side is telling you this is the formula that's going to help you stop massive losses. This is the golden opportunity. If you fail to listen to this, I don't know what's going to help you.